close is he to a title shot in sharing the ring with Bud Crawford?
I don't know, but Virgil, you know, he's right there. You know, he's right there. You know, he's been proven that he belongs with the top fighters in the division. And, you know, who knows, a couple of fights or next fight or whatever the case may be, he might be sharing the ring with Terence Crawford. You never know.
Victor, you know, he just beat Canelo, you know, the face of boxing, so which that makes that makes Crawford the face of boxing at the moment. And he earned the right to fight whoever he want to fight.
In Terence, if you come to 154, is there a chance? Was that the conversation you had?
Basically, I just said, hey, are you going to defend it? And he said, no, that's my last fight at the Canelo. I'm like, okay.
Vergil Ortiz's comments about Terence Crawford instantly grabbed attention. Instead of coming off as reluctant or intimidated, Ortiz sounded calm, confident, and straightforward. His energy made it clear that he respects Crawford but doesn't fear him, and he's ready for a challenge when the timing is right. This wasn't trash talk or drama. It was a young fighter expressing pure ambition and belief in his abilities. That kind of mindset is exactly why fans are drawn to Ortiz.
What's your message now to Terence Crawford?
I'm here whenever. I'm ready to fight whenever. I'm here to fight anybody. I don't care if it's Crawford, Spence, Pacquiao, you name it. I'll fight anyone.
When Ortiz talks about Crawford, there's no hesitation. It's clear he's not chasing easy fights or padding his record. He wants real tests. His focus is on opportunities that make sense for his career, but the confidence he shows toward a potential fight with Crawford tells us everything. Ortiz believes he belongs on that level, and the way he speaks reflects the mindset of a fighter with big intentions.
I mean, look, I'm here to fight the best. I don't care who it is. It can be Boots next, it can be Spence next, it can be Crawford next, if he's still willing to do it. Because, you know, that's a fight that I've been calling for a while. I think that's a great fight to make happen still. And we're just going to keep doing what I do best. You know, and that's just...
Things took an interesting turn when Terence Crawford responded. Crawford isn't someone who entertains unnecessary call-outs. He's earned his status. But he made it clear that he has no issue fighting Ortiz, and that their paths will eventually cross. His tone wasn't defensive or dismissive, just matter of fact. When a champion speaks like that, it carries weight.
5 fighters that you would like to fight coming up.
So we got Tim Tszyu, we got Crawford, Spence, or I guess you can say the winner of Spence or Fundora. Charlo's is a good one. Who else we got at 54?
You want to fight Terence Crawford right now?
I would love to fight him, man. I think he's like probably the #1 pound for pound fighter right now.
Do you think he's out of his peak?
No.
Or is he in his peak now?
I think he's in his peak.
And you're saying you could be the peak prime Terence Crawford?
I'm saying I believe that I can.
I respect it 100%.
I believe that I can. No, I respect him as a fighter, though. That's the thing. When I want to fight people, it doesn't mean that, oh, I don't like you. Like, let's get it on. It's more like I respect your skills, and I want to see if I can beat you.
Fans love to speculate about fighters ducking each other, but Crawford shut that down immediately. His explanation was simple. You can't duck a fight that was never officially offered. And he's right. Boxing politics complicate everything. Still, Crawford's message was clear. If the business aligns, he'll fight Ortiz without hesitation. That reassurance added even more intrigue around the potential matchup.
Fight, but he just, you know, he was more prepared for my fight. If you watch him, he was winning the fight, and he gassed out.
Oh yeah, that's true.
He gassed out, and he said from, I don't know what type of sickness he had.
So condition-wise, he wasn't as prepared.
Yeah, that he had to pull out the first fight and come back. I don't know, but Virgil did good. He put a lot of pressure on him, and, you know, fought a good fight. But you could tell that he didn't leave unscarred. You know, when you look at the faces of both fighters, you would have thought Virgil lost.
Oh, okay. I did hurt his hand. His knuckle was broken. I don't know if you've seen him like the last couple of Vergil.
Yeah.
Ortiz, yeah, he had a broke hand, but he said he didn't know anyway. He didn't feel it throughout the fight.
It was a good fight. I thought Madrimov was doing too much moving.
Right.
You know, in the beginning rounds, which that was getting him the rounds in the bank, but at the same time, he was exerting too much energy.
How do you feel about when people say, because Eddie Hearn said it, a few people were saying it, that you moved up to 154 and you didn't have the success that you had in all these times. So they're thinking it's because of the weight, when I'm saying it's the style. Madrimov wasn't trying to commit as much, and you hurt him, he never hurt you.
Right.
So how do you feel about everybody saying that?
Well, I laugh. I won the fight. They making it seem like I lost.
Well, Eddie was like, no, I think that night in August, he was like, no, I don't know about that. I think, no, Eddie was, I believe Eddie was saying that.
Eddie was complaining about the scorecards. Nobody said Madrimov.
Eddie was saying that it was closer than that. And maybe Madrimov could have won. He was saying, I think he was. I think he was.
He's trying to get you mad at Eddie.
No, I'm not. He ain't gonna get mad.
Crawford didn't just defend himself, he doubled down with confidence. He believes he can beat anyone, and he said it in a way that only a seasoned champion can. Statements like this remind the world exactly who Crawford is, a fighter who doesn't just talk about greatness, he lives it. And he's not backing down from a challenge.
They all have Terence Crawford in their sights because they all understand that Terence Crawford can drop down to middleweight after defeating Canelo in September and becoming the undisputed super middleweight. Terence Crawford can now drop down to middleweight, 160, right? And become undisputed at 160 with 1 to 2 fights. 2 fights max, right? He'll be 39 years old in September. 2 fights, Terence Crawford can become undisputed, max, at 160. He could fight Carlos Adames in March. And then he could fight the winner of Lara versus Genovic in the summertime, August, right? And this gives Terence Crawford the history he needs to 1000% cement himself as, in my opinion, it's all opinionated, but this just cements Terence Crawford as top 5 greatest boxers in history. In my opinion. It cements him as top 5 greatest boxers in history because this will make Terence Crawford a 6 division champion and 4 division undisputed champion. That's what that makes Terence Crawford. That's historic. That's absolutely historic. And if Terence Crawford can pull that off, becoming a 6 division champion and a 4 division undisputed champion, that's massive, right? In my opinion, those accomplishments in the fashion that Terence Crawford wins these fights, he's not just winning. When he beat Errol Spence for undisputed, he dominated and stopped Errol Spence in a manner not many people saw coming. When he fought Canelo Alvarez, he did exactly what I thought he was going to do, dominate that fight, make it look easy, and he did.
You know,
Ortiz's response to Crawford's confidence was surprisingly measured. Instead of reacting emotionally, he kept the focus on performance. He acknowledged Crawford's skill set, but didn't make excuses or predictions. That kind of self-awareness and maturity is rare for a young fighter. It shows that Ortiz understands the level he's aiming for and respects the climb.
a lot of people wanted to see that fight, you against Terence Crawford. You know, when you was at welterweight, and obviously you couldn't stay at that weight class, but then he moved up. Was there ever a point where the Terence Crawford fight was a reality, like a real offer, like real negotiations going back and forth, or was it never that close?
It was never that close, man. So, you know, I know a lot of people say that the WBO president said that we turned on the fight. I never got an offer. I wouldn't have said no. I would not have. I wanted that fight so bad. I mean, I'm not the type of person to say, I want to fight this guy and keep pushing it and then get the opportunity and say no. There are fighters like that. I'm not like that.
Yeah,
you know,
we believe that.
I would have said yes, but.
What about your trainer, Robert? Have you ever had a conversation with him about the Terence Crawford fight?
More with my dad.
Okay.
More with my dad. You know, there were some days where he'll be like, you beat him if you fight like this, or if you fight like this, you don't beat him. So,
really? Your father
yeah.
really said
Yeah, he would tell me. No, he tells me the truth. He tells me the truth. If you fight him like this, you beat him. Other days, you're not gonna beat him like this.
You know, you might not remember, but when we had our show, I believe it was called Sweet Scientist at the time with The Zone, and we had you on, and you were one of our first guests, and I asked you about Crawford, and you was like, nah, not yet, I'm not ready for him. You know, that was humble. No one really speaks like that. Now, you was ready for him maybe about 6 months later, but still you were humble enough to say that. Do you remember that?
I don't.
You know,
no, I don't.
Hell no, you can't.
You got hit with a few punches since then.
Ortiz didn't shy away from analyzing Crawford's fights, especially the matchup with Sean Porter. He recognized that every fight tells a story, and although he had his observations, he gave Crawford full credit. This showed that Ortiz isn't blindly confident. He pays attention, studies opponents, and forms his own opinions through careful evaluation. That's exactly what a rising contender should do.
I think this is one of the best American fights that can be made.
For sure.
And with all due respect to everyone else around the world, I think it has to be in America.
For sure.
Right?
Gotta be. It gotta be. I feel like you gotta do this one in the States because everybody wanna see it. Everybody go. I think it's a pay-per-view fight, and I think everybody will pay to see it, or everybody will come out to come see it wherever it's at, whether it's in Vegas, Madison Square Garden, wherever it's at.
What's your obviously you'd love it in Philly, but I don't think it'll be Philly, right?
No, absolutely.
Okay,
It's not gonna be in Philly, yeah.
So where was the ideal spot for it? What deserves to host this fight? Which venue in your opinion?
To me, either anywhere in Vegas, so like a T-Mobile Arena,
yeah,
or maybe go old school MGM.
Oh man, I love the MGM.
Or we can go Madison Square Garden.
Okay.
I think Madison Square Garden would be crazy as well. That'd be historic as well. So either one.
There aren't enough big fights at the big MSG.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about the theater.
No, I'm
Theater's
talking about
cool.
the big one.
Yes,
I'm talking about the big one. That's why I say I want to. I always wanted to fight at MSG anyway.
Yeah.
So, I like how it looks in there. It's real.
It's
really
incredible.
nice. When they have fights and stuff in there. So, for me, it would be either T-Mobile Arena or take it back. We can go old MGM, or we can do, Madison Square Garden.
Do you think he would say yes to MSG because that's kind of a home game for you, right? That's so close to Philly.
I mean, I feel like he has a deep fan base, and I feel like all his fans and stuff will come. If it was to be in New York, I feel like they all will come. He got a good fan base. I got a good fan base. I feel like it'll make for a great fight. And who don't want to come to New York?
Oh my God. There was a time where MSG was holding all these big fights, hosting, and now I feel like, every couple of years we get, when we got Taylor Serrano, prior to that, it was, Brooklyn's cool and all, but we got to go back to the Mecca. The Mecca is the best. I would absolutely love that. In your perfect world as well, he fights November 8th.
Yep.
How soon could we get this fight? You obviously didn't get hurt in your fight, I would imagine, right? 72 seconds?
Yeah.
Unless something happened?
I mean, it depends on how his fight go. If he's in a war, maybe we'll see. Maybe April, March, April. If not, if he make quick work of it, who knows? We could be back in there sooner. So it's all for real. It's all up to how him right now, because he's the one that has a fight. Hopefully he doesn't get no cuts, no broken hands or anything, or anything hurt on him. So it's dependent on him at the moment.
The other two options, of course, Sebastian Fundora. And I think Xander Zayas.
Yeah.
What I'm hearing is there is some interest from MSG to have you versus Xander Zayas at MSG. Are you hearing this as well?
I'm with whatever. That's what I can't wait. No,
you want all these guys?
I
like these options for you.
I'm really about to show y'all. I'm about to run through these guys. I'm about to run through these guys and show y'all one by one. Like, this 154 really mine, and I'm gonna shut everybody up. I can't wait. I hear the little chatters and all the little talks.
What do you hear? What's bothering you? What are people saying?
It's just little
They're
things.
questioning you?
They questioning, and it's cool, and I love it. They not doing nothing but like adding fuel to the fire.
Yeah.
And it's gonna make it worse each and every time. Whoever stepping in the ring with me.
Seeing what Terence did not that long ago, did that give you motivation? Because it feels like for the longest time, people were questioning him, doubting him. He wasn't getting the big opportunities, the big fights. Do you see yourself in his journey a little bit as well?
I mean, I got my own journey.
The final piece of the puzzle came when Ortiz talked about Crawford's switch hitting ability. Instead of being impressed to the point of intimidation, Ortiz analyzed it like a technician. Yes, Crawford can fight from both stances, but Ortiz pointed out that this can also leave openings. This kind of breakdown shows that Ortiz doesn't just rely on power or toughness. He approaches the sport with real strategic thinking.
And then all of a sudden, you come up, you got that Benz now. You know what I'm saying? Back then they didn't want you, now you hot, they all on you. Yeah. This is one of them situations right here. Where it's like, oh, back then you didn't want me. Now I'm hot. Now you all up on me. Man, did you see Boots? How he jumped up in the ring? I didn't know if that was Boots or Rick Ross. I was like, damn, is that Rick Ross in there? Like all the jewelry he had on and everything. I'm like, who the hell is this dude? Is this the grown-up version of Boots? Because I ain't never seen all them chick chains all over my man, blinging, blocka, bling, bling, and all up on his chest and everything. I ain't never seen that before. I'm like, this dude got a new persona. Is this the killer Booth? This is what we've been waiting on? Because I'm sitting there going, this.
That wraps up Todating. Don't forget to like the video, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more coverage of the biggest stories in boxing. Until next time.